Hey everybody, this is Jeff Wilson from TotalBodyRunning.com. Thank you for checking out this video. The topic is going to be deadlifting for runners and why you should deadlift. So if you have not been to my channel or you have and not subscribed, please click that subscribe button. And once you see the video, if you like it, give me a like, send me a comment. Feel free to reach out to me if there's certain videos that you would like to see. So, why should runners deadlift in the first place? Well, there's a number of reasons, but just to kind of start things off, it just is, for me as a strength coach and a runner myself, seeing this benefit not only in my running, but many others. The deadlift just in general, I mean, that's, if I had to pick one exercise, that would be the number one exercise I would choose. If somebody has the ability to do this lift, which most people should be able to do, just generally speaking, then this is definitely that lift. We're literally talking about a full body, multi-joint exercise, and running, what we want to improve in mostly is having nice triple flexion through our ankles, knees, and hips, and being able to drive power from our glutes in our running stride. And the deadlift will help do that. So there's one other video that I will have linked below that talks about the Romanian deadlift, or the RDL in its little acronym, and that's basically the precursor to this movement. So it's important to learn that movement first, and then take that movement and turn it into the deadlift. So, but in this video, we're just focusing on the deadlift. So some more reasons why it's good for runners. Like I mentioned, there's glute power. Yes, it can help long-term when we're talking about decreasing the prevalence of other injuries, because a lot of runners lack strength. Yes, the number one way to get better at running is to run more in most cases, but you got to look at your situation and you got to figure out, where are you at? Have you been plateaued for a while in terms of your running performance? And I mean, this goes anything from running track all the way to running an ultra marathon. If you're a marathoner out there trying to qualify for Boston, things like that, lifting heavy is actually a big benefit to you. And there's a lot of misconceptions out there as to the potential drawbacks that heavy lifting could perform for a runner. And honestly, like, I'll have a separate video on this later to really dive into it. But what we're trying to accomplish here is a lot of neuromuscular changes from your brain down to all the muscles that are working for running, which is the majority of your body. We need those things to be firing in a very, very powerful manner. Now, when people think distance running, they think slow and controlled in a lot of cases and stuff like that. It really depends on your perspective as far as how you perceive what running really is in and of itself. And people look at lifting and go, why do I need to lift? Because I'm just running straight. It's like, well, lifting can provide strength and power that running can only give you to a certain extent. There's a lot of old myths, and just hill running is your leg training, and it's like, that was 1970s, 1980s, and it worked for people then. I'm not saying that it's impossible for somebody to not lift at all and be a good runner. There's Olympians out there that did not lift weights and were an Olympic medalist, or in an Olympic finals race and didn't lift weights. Nowadays, though, you're not going to find much of that. And even your counterpart in your local 5K is probably doing some fitness class, probably doing something at home, learning from a strength coach, learning from a trainer in some way, shape, or form, because that's just where the community of running is. Whether you want to be a part of it or not. So another big benefit that deadlifting brings is we're really working a lot of our posterior chain of our body. So we're literally getting down to our calves, like through our ankles. We're getting our hamstrings, definitely, our glutes, like I've mentioned before, and then we're getting some of our spinal muscles. We have to stabilize up top, so we're getting some upper back work. We're getting some shoulder stability, and we're also from the running community, everybody wants to get better at core, and a lot of runners look at that as abs, basically just doing, a bunch of sit-ups and crunches and V-ups and whatever it is. And although those do have their time and place, deadlifting is literally a core exercise, because we're working our core. We're working our hips through our trunk, and we're getting that more strong, more stable, so that we can produce more power into the ground with each and every step. And one thing that a lot of runners forget is how powerful of an exercise running really is. It is literally a series of plyometric jumps over and over and over again, and we somehow, as a community of running, forget how, honestly, over time, dangerous running can be. It's very monotonous, it's very repetitive, and it can do a lot of damage to your joints. And if you don't have the strength there, not only with learning how to build up slowly in your running mileage, but also with the strength of your muscles to actually be able to take the impact long term, that's where strength training comes into play. And one other video I'll make is the difference between strength with lifting and muscular endurance. And that's another big misconception that a lot of runners have. So they think that they just need to do a lot of light lifting so as to not gain a lot of bulk and all that stuff. And I'm here to tell you, if you're running consistently, it's very, very difficult to ever gain a lot of muscle, to bulk. You may tone up, you may gain a little bit. Everybody's going to be a little bit different, but a bodybuilder literally focuses so much on their nutrition, and they're in the gym for hours in the week. I'm asking for a couple sessions of 45 minutes a week and having some big compound lifts like a deadlift. So you're getting close to the bar. That's one of the main keys. Your feet are under your hips. Your arms are going to be just outside the legs, about a thumb width distance away as far as how you'll grab. You'll start, I like to start with my butt up like this, and then once I'm ready, I'll get into position. With the arms, you want to break that bar essentially so that your elbow pockets come out, and that gets your upper back nice and solid. Head position, very key. A lot of times people will lift up and look. You want to keep a little tuck of the chin so that you're kind of looking someplace out in front of you but not straight out, so that you're not kind of putting your neck and spine in a weird position. So here we go. We're at the start, getting all of these things into position. My knees are out, so I'm not doing anything wonky here. I have good support. My feet are flat. I'm breaking the bar. My chest goes up. And then you lift. Pretty simple there. Just like that RDL, we're going to press that butt back. As I go down, I'm kind of looking down in front so that my chin is a little bit tucked. I'm not looking out here. And you'll feel those hamstrings, the glutes, all that posterior chain. And you want to keep that nice flat back, be nice and strong. That really gets tied in by your shoulders, having our shoulder blades back, and not rounding those shoulders forward. You want that good external rotation of the shoulders so that you're strong, so that when you come back, your back is not rounding, anything like that. Start nice and simple. Pick up a kettlebell in front of you. You don't need to go barbell right away. You can pick up a dumbbell if it's up on its side. Start easy, start light, start what you're comfortable with, and then work up from there. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Again, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do reach out to me if you want to see more videos like this. I'm going to be consistently uploading videos for strength training for runners and just some other subjects around running, nutrition, race planning, program design, a little bit of stuff like that, strides, drills, all sorts of things running. So I'll be consistently uploading throughout the next few years, ideally. But again, if you like this video, please click that thumbs up button, and thank you for watching.